Okay, so for the compote or, little apple mixture. Ew, that's kind of gross. You're gonna want your, believe it or not, yes, you can see they're still wet. Your freshly washed crab apples. And yes, I have a lot more than this. And apparently you want a Malamute right next to you because they're gonna want any crumbs that fall. So chop up your apples. You're gonna want some, I'll say some fairly small pieces, about like that. All right, and I have all my ingredients in the pan now for the compote. I haven't turned the stove on yet because I wanted you to be able to hear me this time, thinking these videos through a little bit. So anyways, we have close to 3 cups of chopped up crab apples. It takes a little bit of work. Good 2 tablespoons of butter, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and I threw a cinnamon stick in there as well. And now you're just going to boil this down until it gets to a nice sauce. Okay, so our compote's done. I'm going to go ahead and serve this up. I'm going to take the cinnamon stick out, of course, and get it ready to serve. All right, so our baguette bread is done, and we're going to go ahead and slice this up.
Hey, welcome to Cabin Fever, Alaska. It is fall here. We are loving the colors, and we're so thankful for the Tundra Witch Doctor in the kitchen. She brought over a very fall, a fall favorite, and it is an apple chutney that I understand is right from some of the crab apple trees here locally. That looks so good. I can smell the cinnamon. I'm going to take a taste of it right up front. Crab apple's a little bit tart, cinnamon and sugar in there. That's delicious, but meant to be eaten on a little baguette. Excuse me here, I use my big gut as a table. And wow, that's pretty good. I could soak, wow. I bet she didn't mean for that to happen, but I could soak that in there. In the South, we say sop that up. But that's pretty doggone good. Now, you run out and get you some apples or pick some crab apples off here local and click that recipe down there for the see how to do it. And of course, subscribe to her link. It doesn't cost you nothing. And boy, you're gonna find some good recipes in there. We love this here apple chutney in the fall. Thank you, Tundra Witch Doctor in the kitchen. And we hope to see you next month with some pumpkin recipes. We love pumpkin. Anything pumpkin. Bring it on, baby. Bring it on. Check y'all out later. Bye.
All right, and we're on to the first part of tasting notes. If you haven't caught on yet, this video is going to be done in 2 different videos. We're doing the food tonight and the alcohol drink when the alcohol gets here. Because,
special order.
Yes, I have to order the alcohol from out of state.
I don't know what this is, but I'm very excited about it because I love bread.
We have baguette bread with crab apple compote.
Ooh.
Very fall dish we have.
So what do I
going
do?
on
Just put this on the bread?
Yep.
Yes. This is from our apples.
It is from our crab apple.
So you guys can't experience this. You have to experience with your crappy store-bought apples because
We may have a viewer that has their own apple tree.
maybe you could sell apples. Comment if you wanted to sell apples.
Yeah, comment, because I don't know how we're going to pull that one off.
You got to come to Alaska for them, though.
Yeah, because you really don't want to pay that price for FedEx shipping.
Chris, Steve, stay out of my apple trees.
All right, so overall, you like it?
Yes, this is very good. I really like this. I like apples, and I love bread. So, like, winning. I can't believe you gave me this little plate with this little tiny piece of bread.
You can have more later.
I don't want to spoil dinner.
But yes, no, I like apples. I actually like apples more than the pumpkin spice, but pumpkin spice is mostly sugar, so.
I don't like pumpkin spice.
You don't like pumpkin spice?
No.
I like apple a little bit more. Do you like the candy corn tray? Because you seem to be kind of fixated on it. Okay. All right. Well,
I'm actually wondering, does this contraption promote facial hair growth?
I'll make you a strong cup of coffee that'll get some hair in your
Never mind.
something.
We'll just wait for it to grow back naturally.
Well, there's other ways.
She's a witch, y'all.
We'll see you back when we do our drinks for the video. All right, when you initially start heating, it's gonna look like this. You wanna wait till it's warm and everything starts to dissolve before you add the apple flavoring. All right, so our syrup has heated to the point of where it's starting to boil. It's a low boil, it's not a rolling boil yet. But the sugar has dissolved and it is syrupy. So now I'm gonna go ahead, add our Lorans to it, mix it up, and then after it's fully mixed, I'm gonna set it aside and let it cool before we can actually use it on our cocktail. All right, so we're gonna start out with some ice in our shaker already. And first we're gonna pour in our Mr. Black. We're gonna do 2 ounces of that. So we have our 2 ounces of Mr. Black in there. We have our apple syrup, which I showed you how to make earlier. I'm gonna go, you know, we'll go ahead and do 2 ounces of that. And then we're gonna put in 1 ounce absinthe. Toss that in there. And then you're gonna go ahead and give it a good shake. You're gonna have your pre-made cup of ice. I'm gonna pour it over that. Ooh, that's pretty looking. And you're gonna garnish with some crab apple pieces. And there you go. All right. And we're back from the other day because the alcohol finally came in for the adult beverage.
Special order alcohol. Most
Special
expensive
order.
drink I'll drink in 2021.
From, well, let's hope so.
What's in this?
This is a toxic apple. It is a homemade apple syrup with some Mr. Coffee.
I can definitely taste the Mr. Coffee.
Really? I tasted other stuff first.
Well, I
it's
don't
garnished
drink
with some crab
coffee, so
apple.
it jumps out at me.
Ah, what do you think of it? Besides, it's totally not your beverage since you don't drink coffee.
It's not bad. I mean,
It's sweet. It's
It
a lot
is
sweeter
sweet.
than I thought it was going to be.
the apple is very mild.
Are you curious at why it's called a toxic apple?
And there's like almost a licorice taste to it.
That's the toxic part.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's
is
absinthe.
it black licorice?
It's absinthe.
It's absinthe. Death in a cup.
You're gonna do your thing again.
Death in a cup. It's not bad. It's different. I'm not a huge fan of coffee flavor, but this isn't like.
I actually really
It's
do.
not overpowering, so
Yeah.
it's good.
I like it. It very much reminds me of a dessert beverage, though. It's like you've gone
Yes,
out.
this is like, yes, it's very much a dessert. Like, you went out, you had your steak, you had your stuff, and then you got together for this drink by itself afterwards.
Yes. So this is very much a dessert beverage. It kind of got, what do you think as far as our bruschetta with apple chutney the other day? I think it follows up nicely, but I think it'd be too sweet to have
It's
both
too
the
much.
same.
Too much together.
Yeah.
You need something, you need to have, whatever comes before this needs to be more substantial.
Yes.
This
So-
is the kind of drink I would want, like, after I ate something heavy.
So, to sum up, the apple chutney on the, but not bruschetta, the bread. Baguette, that's what it was called.
I was gonna help you, but you got there on your own.
So, yeah, no, apple chutney on the baguette is really good. It's a good fall snack. This is a good dessert beverage, not to have with another thing, but to follow.
Yeah,
A
I would
medium to
follow
heavy dinner.
I would follow a medium to heavy dinner with
Yeah,
this. Something.
and really, actually, truly, a medium to heavy dinner. It's not like I'm going to go have a salad and then have this, because that would throw it off completely too.
No, this you would have to have, like, either something with a lot of bread in it or something with a lot of meat in it.
Yeah. All right, so join us next time.
You make it again tomorrow to go with the pulled pork. If you want an episode on pulled pork
Comment to make Jeff happy.
or ribs, or tell her you want her to do apple pie in the smoker, because that was fantastic, and I
Actually-
can't wait to have that again.
I have peaches in the freezer to do a peach pie at some point in the smoker.
The weather might get away from you.
This is true. It might.
It's getting
All
cold
right.
outside. It's harder to run the smoker now. Maybe I'll have to bring it inside and orchestrate some complicated ducting to get everything to the outside so you can run. Let's start a fire in our kitchen.
Help.